Earnest money, what is it? Is it the same as closing costs? Is it included in down payment? How much should it be? Well, I'm glad you asked. Hi, I'm Tracey Clifton with All City Real Estate here in Flower Mound, Texas, a suburb just north of the DFW Metroplex. Stay tuned and I'll tell you all about earnest money. What is it? What isn't it? And how much should it be? Earnest money, a noun. Money paid to confirm a contract. In Texas real estate, earnest money is a deposit made to the seller that represents a buyer's good faith to buy a home. It's placed with a title company, since Texas is a title state, and held by that title company until closing. Earnest money checks or wires are cashed and held in escrow by title companies. So even though your transaction may not close for 30 or 45 days, the title company holds that money until closing or termination of a contract. Earnest money is not option money. It's not closing costs. Although it will be credited towards closing cost and down payment, earnest money is the money you use to execute the contract. It is typically 1% of the sales price. However, putting down a higher earnest money can help you get your contract chosen if you're competing against other buyers for a property, as often happens here in Flower Mound. Option money is money paid to the seller for a get-out-of-jail-free termination of the contract. It's for a period of time to inspect the property, bring the Pope, and is refunded to the buyer at closing if the closing comes to fruition. However, it is forfeited if the buyer terminates during the option period or at any time. It is only refunded or credited to the buyer at closing. Closing costs are the charges you pay the lender for the loan. What does it cost to have the loan prepared? This may or may not include title fees, and that is determined during the negotiation of your contract. Closing costs can be limited by the agent using the third-party financing addendum. This is the third-party financing addendum that the agent can use to limit the cost of the loan. I do not like to see loans cost more than 3%, but that's completely and totally between the lender and the buyer. However, just know that your real estate agent can ensure that they do not exceed a certain amount. With my lender, Johnny Galen at Bancorp, the closing costs run about $4,000, but you have to add prepaids, which are the escrow amounts for taxes and insurance if you're using an escrow account, and those amounts do depend on the value of the property. Down payment. This is the amount you put down on the loan to secure the loan. A down payment is a type of payment made in cash during the onset of a purchase of an expensive good or service. The typical down payments are 3, 5, 10, and 20%. However, what you put down will be determined between you and your lender. The lender I prefer is Johnny Galen with Bancorp, and he can lend in most of the 50 states. So, how do you get your earnest money back? Well, that's a whole nother video. Click here to watch that. For more information about buying in Flower Mound, Texas, and multi-generational housing, subscribe below for my weekly videos so you don't miss a single one. Thanks so much for watching.